Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Rage video where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you get a double that. Just think about how lucky you are, guys. And also how lucky we are because we are listening to a song that can best be described as the true metal way to live. It is called Motorbreath by Metallica, and kind of interesting as we're going through Kill 'Em All comprehensively is that for some reasons that I never really fully understood, Motorbreath is one of those songs that almost never really gets talked about that much. And part of that might be having to do with its length. It's a very short song at just 3 minutes and 7 seconds. However, Hit the Lights was not that much longer, and The Four Horsemen is definitely long, and there's very good reason because there's a lot of stuff to be added there. But can you add a lot to little is what I'm saying. Is sometimes less is sometimes more. But we'll find that out when we actually begin. So why waste any waste any more time? So if you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. Strap yourselves in, folks. Motorbreath in 3, 2, 1, and
living and dying, laughing and crying. What you have seen is will never be the same. Life is in the past lane, just how it seems. Heart and theory is beauty in me. Motorbreath, that's how I live my life. I can't take it any other way. Motorbreath, sound of living fast. It's going to take your breath away. Don't stop for nothing, it's full speed or nothing. I'm taking down, whatever's in my way. Getting your beats as you're shooting the line. Sending the shivers up and down my spine. Motorbreath, that's how I live my life. I can't take it any other way. Motorbreath, the sound of living fast. It's going to take your breath away. They are all missing out what life's about. You only live once, so take all of the chance. You'll end up like others, sing song and dance. Motorbreath, that's how I live my life. I can't take it any other way. Motorbreath, the sound of living fast. It's going to take your breath away.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Motorbreath, and blink and you will miss it. That is like the name of the game for this one. And of it now, listen. If you're like me and you think to themselves, is this possibly in reference to Motorhead? Well, you would be kind of right. And when you really think about it, Lemmy, God rest his soul, perhaps had one of the most outrageous lifestyles, I'd say, out there. Because this is a guy who, even before starting Motorhead, was in, what was it, like Hawkwind, or I think it was called, and he was up almost every night, high on, like, cocaine, or doing about as many drugs as he could possibly stuff up his nose, or put into his arm, or whatever it is you're supposed to do with it. Eat it, or whatever it might be, just or smoke it. And and James Hetfield even said, long before Metallica even came about, that he and his mate Hugh Tanner, which I don't know whether or not Hugh Tanner went on to do anything, they credit as that those two are the guys who are responsible behind this. But it illustrates a very, very interesting sort of perspective on the metalhead lifestyle, is that we are very... I don't really want to use the term lightly or anything like that, but we are what you might call man's men. We are guys that like leather jackets. We are guys who like nothing better than engines that roar and rattle our eardrums until they explode in the middle of nowhere. It's living the hardest and dying the hardest. And one of the things fascinating about that is that when you really think about it, life is very short anyway, so why not go out there, raise hell, and then get put 6 feet underground? Is that not perhaps one of the most metal things you could possibly do, is go out, raise hell, and then rest in peace? I think that's like... I don't even know if you could get any more metal than that. And but here's the thing. The fantasy aspect of that is that you're just like this reckless guy who, for years, you've had to just watch people do what they will, and now all of a sudden you found the most incredible outlet possible to unleash just all of this frustration into unspecified, unrecognizable carnage. And the fantasy of that is actually very, very exciting, but the reality is that this is still the real world. I mean, there are still... Like, you want to know how long it's been since I've last been behind the wheel of a vehicle, ladies and gentlemen? Like, nearly September. Nearly 7 months prior to this day since the last time I was behind the wheel of a vehicle. And that was because of COVID. Not because I didn't really want to drive or I was banned or anything like that. How can you get banned if you haven't even, you know, passed your test yet? Well, I'm pretty sure there are going to be plenty of examples out there, but that's besides the point. Now, the thing also I wanted to kind of like specify just before we sort of like... Because the proof is in the pudding. I mean, I'm just going to read some of these out for you, just in random. Don't stop for nothing. It's full speed or nothing. I am taking down, whatever is in my way. Getting your kicks as you are shooting the line. Sending you the shivers up and down my spine. The adrenaline. The excitement. That is that not really the greatest sensation of life? Is the feeling that you are indeed alive. And how do you know you're alive? You test out the senses. You work out exactly what, gets under your skin. What makes you excited. What makes you feel afraid. Those are the things that make you feel alive. Money doesn't make you feel alive. Happiness is only a part of it. There's plenty of other stuff out there. And this is the thing also people seem to forget about Metallica. During the early days, 39 years ago, but even especially till this day, there's a lot of philosophy behind this. There's a lot of philosophy behind the people who religiously watch MTV back in the 80s. There's a lot of philosophy behind the sort of people that grew up with this music. There's a certain philosophy of where this music even comes from. There's a philosophy of lifestyle. And you think when I first started doing YouTube videos, you think I would see myself in this position, wearing leather, my entire wardrobe full of rock and metal t-shirts, in this beautiful leather chair, talking excitedly and very passionately about music. You really think this was my ambition 3.5 years ago? It sort of kind of was, but you never thought I could, like, this is, I know there's a very specific example of something I want to get to further down the line, but Metallica's writing, whether it was Hetfield, whether it was Mustaine, there is a lot to be said about the sort of things that influence my writing that I listen to through my music. I mean, Steve Harris, Iron Maiden, there's a lot of philosophy behind his works as well. Mostly from the books that he was inspired by to write half of Iron Maiden's catalogue. And then there's also stuff like Overkill, which, when you look at it on the face of it, Overkill has got really nothing to do with philosophy, apart from the mayhem, the archaic nature of metalheads, and what this brings out in people. That's what Motorbreath does. It brings something out of a person. It makes you realize that wanting to be excited, wanting to drive fast, live fast and die young, all of that is valid because it makes you feel alive. It gives you satisfaction. It hits you in the holotropic center. Basically the soul within the soul of every single human being that makes us alive in the sense that we can do just about anything we want, that there's color in the world. And Motorbreath is a breath of fresh air. The feeling that you can talk to people that are just like this. My goodness, that was a mouthful. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction video. Please leave your thoughts and comments on the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of Motorbreath yourself by Metallica. Please also make sure to also check us all out in the next video. I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that begging for subscribers bullshit ever again. You know what? You could do literally whatever the hell you want. That's all I'm going to say about that. I will see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.